Doc, hello. Rain Dancer, hello. I was just looking at some current numbers. How are y'all doing today? Lucky Grandma, hello. Deonda, hello. Okay, who else nerds are on edge? I'm just curious. I'm an impatient person. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Great. Hello, hello? Saying my mic's working. Okay. Okay, good. This sucks for sure. Anna Grissom, hello. Eye surgery is canceled. Waiting to see kidney specialist. Oh, boo. Be honest as I can. Hear you fine. So, here it's been 2 days since the election. We still don't have a president called. And Nevada, they won't know until they're saying Saturday or Sunday who they're gonna call. I forget how many thousands of, it's not in the hundreds, I think it's like 56,000 pieces or votes to count. I'm like, and you can't do that before Sunday? I'm an impatient person. 2 days is about my max. But I think it's Georgia. They have up until the 12th. We don't know till the dome closes over America. Oh my god. One state that's cracking me up, and they haven't changed their shit in 2 days, and that's Alaska. I'm like, look. They have 33% Biden, 63% Trump. It's been this way since election night. 56% of the totals in. They haven't counted yet. I mean, come on. There is some shady shit going on. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything going on at all. First of all these polling places that Trump is trying to say stuff's going on, there are cameras everywhere, even when they're counting the ballots. And there's plenty of people over watching it. So, you know, I know one place was wanting to start a riot because they wouldn't let people in, and they're like, we're at max. We can't let you in. I think it's just that over. Look, there was a lot of mail-in votes, and there was a record high turnout for voters everywhere. North Carolina, 75% of their registered voters showed up. Came in or voted online or came in. That's a lot. We do have footage of a person crumpling up ballots while counting them. Don't know whose they could belong to, but whoever it was, they were cast aside. Are you sure that was a ballot for voting? Are you sure about that? Because there's cameras where there's actual ballots for voting and there's people walking around. Nothing is thrown away. They don't have, even the envelopes that they take ballots out of, they're kept. And they're, because they're in several, at least 2 to 3, at least 2, some 3 envelopes. And they're putting a stack and they're putting a thing with the ballots. So, Anna says, my aunt tests positive for COVID. Her boyfriend is in the hospital. Keeping prayers. Oh, Anna, I'm sorry. I know how that feels. I'm sorry. Doc says, I'll send you the link. Yes, it was. It was clearly in a room where they were being counted. The usual people sat at a long table with machines and ballots in front of them. But are you sure it's a ballot? You know. I think everybody should have a system like ours. Dead serious. Not sure what else it could be for. Guy looked frustrated too as he was going over them. Wouldn't you look frustrated if you just got done working 2-3 days straight, or however many hours they work? I don't know. I don't think there's anything shady going on. There's too many people watching over them, both on the Republican and Democratic side, and bipartisan people. Dead serious. There's too many watching them. So, I just think it just takes that long. For real. Now, I know in some states it doesn't seem like a lot, but like Trump, he's closed the gap by matter of, we're down to hundreds of thousands to tens of thousands of votes now. This is how close this election is. My aunt is president of city council. Person one went to meeting knowing they were positive. Ooh, I'd be mad. Well, it is coming out in the news that some poll watchers are being denied entry while possessing the credentials. Yes, and sheriffs being called over people not using their Sharpies. Yes, there are people with credentials who are being denied because the building is full. They're at max capacity. They do have to worry about the COVID laws too. They are at I already saw that. It came out yesterday. And people were wanting to protest, and they said the building, we're at max capacity. We can't let anybody else in. And there were already poll watchers in there on both sides. On both sides. So, I ain't listening to Trump and his bull. So, I'm going by, I'm just going by what the news is reporting and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And when they do interviews, I saw that story yesterday. And the guy said, we're at max capacity. We can't let them in. We have COVID we have to worry about too. Just like Trump's people, they were bitching because they wanted, I forget, I think it was in Philadelphia. They were wanting in Philadelphia. And they were threatening lawsuits and stuff like that. And they said they're already in here. Trump's people are already in here. Well, they conceded they just wanted closer. And they said, fine, put a mask on and you can get closer. You know? I feel like it would be easy for them to claim they are at whichever capacity. Hopefully they are being truthful. Oh, good God. Even CBS is reporting incorrectly. SJ, hello. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing okay. I'm impatient, though. But it's so funny because, you know, shit's been done the same way for how long? And it's hard to watch ABC and NBC. I'm just watching whatever. 5, 6 different things going through. SJ, me too, Les, impatient. Yeah, but I just can't understand Alaska. That state is cracking me up. They haven't posted anything new since the night of the election. And they don't look like they're posting anything new. I don't think anybody truly cares 100% because there are only like 3 electoral votes. But if I'm one of those, I don't care if it's 2 votes or 1 vote. I want it. So Alaska hasn't posted anything since election night, and I'm like, what is Alaska waiting for? They're not going to be one of those battle states. Just post your findings. Or did you stop counting altogether? It just cracks me up. Did Hawaii come in? I agree, Les. Yeah, SJ, Hawaii came in as, I believe, Trump. Or, no. It came in Biden. They're just automatically giving Trump Alaska. They're just automatically giving it to him. Although it's not official. It's not official. But they're like, yeah, I'll give it to him. Yeah, Lady Witch, hello. Yeah, Hawaii. Yeah, they came in Biden. Yeah. So, I think you're giving him a bit much credit, Les. I feel like in this kind of a political climate, it is not easy to trust that the people managing the ballots are trustworthy. Doc, this isn't the first time we've had this kind of an election. For real. You know, shit was like this when I was a kid, when I was growing up, when I first started to vote. This isn't the first time we've had this type of election. The one thing that has always been constant, though, is that those that are running may say shit. They may say whatever. But they've never put such fear and distrust in our electoral system as much as this president has. This isn't the first time. It's like I was telling Dakota before. You think you're just now seeing some crap go on. Crap went on, it always goes on. It's the same crap, different election. Trying to be hopeful even though health is going crazy, says Anna. And this is where, I hate to say it, but where age trumps youth. This isn't anything new. This isn't anything new. This is the first time we've had a president who's been for the past 2 months been saying stuff like this and has got people worried. It's happened before, and it will happen again. I'm just impatient. I want to know. SJ, I find it mighty odd that Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Georgia, shaking my head, Biden has early onset Alzheimer's. I find it so hard to believe Biden received so many votes, in my opinion. He may not. It's not over. It's not over. So Michigan has already been called. Georgia, I think they are done counting. And I think in a couple hours they're going to post. I think they are done counting. Pennsylvania were just inundated. I mean, these people are in arenas counting. This wasn't pursued by Hillary because she was aware of voter fraud. She didn't challenge. No. SJ says, but common sense isn't common. Anna says, I like Biden. SJ, who got Michigan? Biden. Biden got Michigan. Alaska has their own government. Oh. SJ, say Trump. Oh, he had. Yeah, Michigan, Biden got that. I forget by how many. This thing's being decided by hundreds of thousands of votes down to tens of thousands of votes. Court dismissed the claim in Georgia, so it should be announced soon. Yeah. Oh, so much misinformation. Yeah, that's why I'd rather hear things from the horse's mouth and stuff like that. Because you just don't know. You just don't know. But this one commentator I was listening, I was fixing some lunch and I heard him say, it doesn't matter who wins or loses because the next day the American people are going to be like, well, I have to go to this pancake dinner or lunch or breakfast. Oh, I need to go shopping here. And it's true. And it's true. It doesn't matter who wins or losing because we're all going to just go on living our lives anyway. So who knows? Has Trump spoke again? He hasn't spoke since election night. Although he was on Twitter all day yesterday, but he never came out and spoke. Anna says, awesome sauce. My dad is an attorney. States decide themselves. SJ, that is true, Les. Yeah. Anna says, already decorating for Christmas. Oh my gosh. I ain't decorating for Christmas yet. That's for sure. Yo, my sister asked me, what are you going to get the grandkids for Christmas? I said, a lump of coal, and that's it. Not even the kind of lump of coal you can eat. Just a regular. Matter of fact, I'm going to go out back, or out in my garage, I should say, grab some charcoal and stick it in their stocking and say, that's it. That's all you're getting. What are your thoughts on the intermittent pausing while counting the ballots? I believe it was in Pennsylvania that the authorities were quoted as saying it wasn't clear as to why it was happening. Maybe they needed to take a break. Maybe they were verifying something. I don't know. Honestly, I don't care. It's not the first time. I mean, honestly, do you know how hard it is to count millions of votes? Clean, hello. Hi, Les. What a mess. I'm a wreck. Why not? Snoop's already. Anna's Snoopies. I wouldn't say I'm a wreck. I'm just an impatient little shit. For real. I'm sure, as a matter of fact, I thought to myself, don't they ever take a break? So what if they pause? Really? Oh my god. Her Snoopies are so cute. People are trying to make mountains out of molehills. Who cares? Just husband and me and the dog on Christmas because of the virus. Well, my grandkids have been coming over all summer anyway, so all they do is go to family. Although Zaya is in school, he decided that homeschooling was too boring because he said, this is boring. So he went to regular school, but he wears his mask and everything. Anybody got low salt chicken breast recipes? Yeah, all of my chicken breast recipes are low salt. I don't put any on it. SJ, my best bud's hubby is executive director of the BOE out here. All I will say is nothing is kosher, no matter how kosher it looks. I know that. Lady Witch, I would hazard to guess it has to do with the building capacity you talked about. They can't have people on standby to take over the count during breaks. Clean says, I'm in Wisconsin. The virus is awful here. Our county had 170 cases yesterday. Ooh. Ooh. Anna's like looking for ideas. I use a butter and garlic mixture. I mix them both. You can get no salt butter. I think Land O'Lakes makes no salt butter, and use them. Yeah, that's what I use, and I add do that for my when I do a whole chicken or if I do a turkey. Yes, Les, my nerves are on edge. Yep. Hi, Dale. Hello. Um, I just I use that. And you can sub a bit of lemon for salt. It gives almost the same flavor. Yeah, if you like lemon. Let's see, are they coming out with? Nope. So I use Mrs. Dash and infuse the breast with butter like lettuce and wrap him in foil, cook in the oven. Yeah, I remember you. It's you, Connie. I remember. Yeah, I don't have. No, I think I have Mrs. Dash. I think so. But I don't put on salt on anything I cook, so. Um. Dale says, I know you do, sweetie. Was just letting the rest know. Oh, okay. I should put my hat on. I'm giving my hair a break from hat hair, hat head, however you want to call it. And I didn't feel like doing my hair. So it's just a blooming mess. SJ, I don't use salt either. Rosemary, oregano. Yeah, when I do like a whole chicken, I'll use the garlic and butter, and I'll put a little bit of oregano in there. And of course, you mix it all up, and then you go underneath the skin, and I rub it all underneath. But I use a mirepoix too. So I'll chop up carrots, celery, and onion, and I'll throw it in the chicken's butt. Same thing with the turkey. Do the same thing, and whatever butter's left over, I just put some pieces under the skin, or I'll just throw it in its butt, and then I cook it on a mirepoix, which is onions, carrots, celery, and just throw it in the oven and let it cook. Katie, I think spinach, liver. Snickerdoodle, hello. SJ, yep, Les, we cook alike. You can also cook in a cast iron skillet. Yeah. I love the cast iron skillet. I can't even lift my cast iron skillet anymore. I can't even lift mine anymore. It's too heavy. Although I'm not sure how much iron you get from it. Oh, Sandra, they're heavy. Yeah. All my cooking is in cast iron. Hell yeah. If you can make a cordon bleu in a cast iron, I suggest trying that. Great thing about cast iron is that you can put it in the oven too, so you can sear your meat and stick it straight in the oven. Once you get it seasoned right, is no better pan. Exactly. Bacon, eggs, you name it. You name it. God, I think I might make some cordon bleu. I haven't made that in forever. A lot of pans you have to be careful with. Other pans because the handles will melt on some of them. Yeah, but not on a cast iron one. Nope. Throw that sucker right in there. And my mom's got a cast iron, oh, what do you call it? Um, I think she called it a Dutch oven with a lid. One of those big, and it's got a metal handle and it's got a cast iron lid with it. We used to put that thing in the fireplace. You find how You find low salt ham having hard time. That's why I don't eat ham, really. Nope, but if you touch the handle, it will burn your skin off. Well, that's why you use pot holders. um, I make cornbread in a cast iron skillet. So does my mom. My mom does too. I don't like cornbread, so. But my mom does. My mom and dad do. Lady Witch. I have two of those Dutch ovens. So that is what they're called, the Dutch oven. We used to have that sitting right by the fireplace, and we would stick that in there and make soups and shit. Especially when the electric would go out. I remember back in the blizzard of, what was it, 78? Blizzard 78. Oh! We had we made grilled cheese sandwiches and chicken noodle soup. Because we had the cast iron thing you put the bread in, you put the cheese in, you just close it, and you just stick the bread part in there and turn it over. I'm not a huge fan, but you have to have cornbread to make cornbread dressing. Yeah, I don't like corn. Not sure if the Hubs is going to make his dressing this year or not. SJ put scallions and sugar in her cornbread. Good. I just don't like cornbread. But yet I eat hush puppies. Go figure. Mom said, you eat hush puppies. That's little round pieces of cornbread. I'm like, no, it's not. Glean says, since Christmas will be small for us, thinking might actually get a real tree. Me either, Les. Yeah, but hush puppies are fried goodness, aren't they, though? I would love to have a real tree. I'm just not allowed to have one. Hush puppies are fried and everything is better fried. I know. I know. I know. I barely wear makeup anymore. No reason with a mask. How come you're not allowed to have one? Because somebody doesn't like them. I'm not saying anything. Love hush puppies. A tree, that is. I want fried pork chops. Ew. I was like, oh, I see. Gotcha. I'll be honest with you, I haven't taken my tree down from last year. I was like, you know what? Y'all didn't do shit. So the tree is still up. I'm not kidding you. My tree is still up. It's just in a corner. I had fried mushrooms earlier. Mmm. I like stuffed mushrooms. Mmm. I haven't had those for a while. Oh. Excuse me. I haven't had a lot of things for a long time. I just haven't. I don't know. Just haven't had a notion to have anything. Katie says, "By all 7 degrees here. One more weekend of camping. Well, you have fun. Must be nice. I don't know what the temperature here is. It was cold earlier. Now it's a bit warm. I don't even know what I'm going to do for Thanksgiving. I really don't. Nice Anna Fulton, hello. How you doing, Anna? It's supposed to be in the 70s here this weekend, says Snickerdoodle. I think it's supposed to warm up here. I think so. Hope you all doing okay. Doing good. Yep, I'm doing good. Pipe game, hello. Mama's so nervous about this election, she filled up her adult diaper twice. Oh. And it said 64 today, Les. Well, that's pretty warm. Warmer than what we've been having. Pipe game has not lost his edge. Not lost his edge. Oh. Ouch. No, I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do for Thanksgiving. I don't think anybody's coming over, actually. Good. I can watch the parade and then go back to bed. I still like to watch the parade. Can't help it. I'm a kid at heart. I wanna, because I don't go in the living room much, so I want to get a TV out here in the kitchen and mount it on the wall right there and put my DVR right underneath it so I can watch my Christmas shows. And it says, school kids asking me 1,000 questions, no answers for them that make sense. What are they asking you, Anna? I wish my grandkids would ask questions, but they already have the answers to everything. Just ask them. Oh, election questions. Say, this is one of the closest elections we've ever had. Let me see if they come out with. Alright, let's see. North Carolina hasn't moved. Pennsylvania has moved. And Joe is catching up today. Alaska, they still correct me up. I don't even know why they put that on there. Just say Trump. Arizona, there's been movement on both parts. They're still 69,000 away. Georgia's suit is really close. 604 to 592,000 in Nevada. North Carolina hasn't moved. So, yes, two easy answers they have. Biggest one, they ask, why so much hate? Man, that is sad. There shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. You know, that's it's just a shame, honestly. Because all the years that I have lived, even when I was uh, in young in school, when they would have an election, I mean, even we participated, and we had a teacher that um, they would vote for however the school voted, and you had to be fifth grade, fifth to eighth grade, and we had to do um, everything the presidents did. We had to have speeches for them. We had to have speeches against them, the opponent, and I believe that was Ronald Reagan and Jimmy Carter back then. Um, I'm looking at the teacher right now, and we had a vote. We had a school-wide vote, and whoever won won. Whoever didn't didn't. I mean, there was no hate. Nobody went after each other and this and that. Um, so you know, and now it's like people are willing to kill, and that shouldn't be. What I tell them, 6th to 10th grades, I don't even tell them who I voted for. Same when I was in school, Les. Yeah, didn't hate your classmate or anyone else. When it was over, it was over. Whoever won won. Whoever didn't didn't. You know, we went about our day just like we're going to do now. Whoever wins wins. Whoever doesn't doesn't. We're still going to go about our days. We're still going to go about our days. There's no reason to riot, and that's pretty sad when businesses are they already before election um boarded up their stores and shit. That's pretty sad. Not saying much, but that's a sad state of affairs right there. I think it's terrible. I think it's awful. And I think it's terrible that they're making me wait this long. No. They scared more shootings. I just try to reassure them best I can. That's pretty sad. Yep, because they know what's coming. Yeah, it's pretty sad when you've got 6th to 10th grade who, they're kids out of the mouths of babes. Why so much hate? You know, and they're scared there's going to be more shootings out of the mouths of babes. If a 6th grader has more common sense than an adult, come on. I just whatever happens happens. My thing is I'm an impatient booger, and 2 days is way long for me. Way too long for me. But I understand this has been a record turnout across the board for all states, and the mail-ins, bigger counties, more mail-ins. um I understand it takes time. I have one friend who won't talk to his daughter because she voted opposite from him. He is heartbroken. You're kidding. You're kidding. Patience is a virtue I don't possess, says Lady Witch. uh, I'm with her. That's bullshit. How disgusting, says Snicker. Yeah, that is crazy. My mom and I are on opposite ends of the pole when it comes to voting and politics, for real. But I can't ever imagine her ever not talking to me or vice versa. Anna says, no, family is in turmoil now. You gotta be kidding me. Dag. Now in turmoil. That is crazy. I would not um for any of my friends, or especially family, um I would not disown or not talk to. Um that's just absolute absurdity. The rest voted with dad. Oh jeez. Greggy Huffman, my future ex-husband, hello. Great sexy eyes, hello everybody. Sarah said, I'm just trying not to think about all of this. Sarah, hello. Hey Greg. Anna says her first voting experience, she turned 22. Wow. Lady Witch says, I wouldn't give up my children over a vote. Neither would I. Anna says, yes it is. Hi Greg. That is ridiculous. You know, I just want you guys to know, I know in here who voted um a way that I wouldn't vote at all. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop talking or liking them. That just means that they voted for someone I wouldn't. I mean, you know, that is, why shoot your foot off like that? Really? There's no way. Of course, I don't think anybody voted the way I did, so who knows? Maybe. Tio, hello. Crazy times we live in. We are Americans. We are all on the same team here. Exactly. We all exercise our right to vote, no matter who it is. And then you go on with your life. I mean, oh my God. That's the American way, though, Les. Les, how's it looking for Biden? It's too close to call either way. From all the states that I've looked at, they range, this is how close the votes are. From 112, 13,000 down to 12,000. Um, it's too close to call. It's way too close to call. 2020 has been a horrible year. It certainly has. As in the words of Queen Elizabeth back in the day, annus horribilis. Although, like I said, I've been lucky. At least I've been able to see my nephew. I've seen my sister. I have not seen my parents. They just won't let anyone in the house. I've seen my grandchildren. I got to spend a lot of time with my grandkids this summer. And so I've been lucky that way. For real. So I'm luckier than most. And like I said, I've got a nice big yard. I can talk to the neighbors and don't even have to worry about it. Literally. Because we're not right up on each other or nothing like that. So, you know, I am luckier than most. I love all of you, no matter who you voted for. We have so much more in common than what divides us. Exactly. Exactly. And I don't even considering that dividing us. I just considering, yeah, you have your views, I have mine. Greggy says, I can't watch it. It's making me, I haven't seen brother and sister since my boys passed. Year for Tommy in 2 weeks. I know, Anna. I'm so sorry. Snickerdoodle says, I haven't seen my family since 2016. It sucks. Anna says, we be okay, Greg. Why haven't you seen your family since 2016? Are you just that far away from them, or... Some parts of my family, I wish I could say the same thing. I'll be honest with you on that one. Nico says, my family's in Cali. Ah. I see. And it says, we all got each other, at least in spirit. Exactly. Dio says, has anyone thought that this is an orchestrated chaos to plunge us into a civil war? Girl, or dude, wait, no, dude. We've been, being plunged into a civil war for months and months and months now. I'm expecting this shit to hit the head here soon. Same here, Les. There's some family I just don't want to see. Yep. But this Civil War thing, hell. That thing's been coming for a long, long time. Dia says, I feel sometimes that we are all being shucked and jived. Of course we are. Of course we are. Because let's face it, like the down ballot, and this is where I tell people that's where your votes really count, is on your down ballot. So you got your reps, your senators, your city council, even down to your city council and things like that, and mayors and blah, blah, blah. They run on a platform that you want to hear. And you're voting for them because you agree with what they're saying. And then they get in office and do the exact opposite. Now, that isn't why we voted your asses in. And then sometimes we're stupid enough to elect them again. But they are the ones that touch you. Gotta go, Les. Love you. Bye, everybody. Well, Greggy, hope you have a good day. Thanks for coming in. Anna says, yepers, except our coroners. So they're the ones you really have to worry about because they touch you personally. They are right there. You know? That's why the down ballot is sometimes more important than who's president. you know? Personally, I want a president to say, I'm not, the federal government is no longer going to micromanage your life. If you don't know that you can't eat 5 quarter pounders, 5 supersized fries, and drink 10 supersized drinks and it not affect you, that's your own damn fault. I shouldn't have to be the one to tell you that. And I should not be the one to tell restaurants you got to make your portions smaller or don't call them supersized. And woohoo, I vote for you, Les. We all knew this election was going to be a mess. Yes, we did. I'm sorry, but I would sit there and make people take accountability for their own damn actions. Dead serious. Now, I'm a big girl, and we all know this. I've never denied it. I'm a big girl, and I can't eat supersized nothing. I can barely finish a medium-sized meal. Like, say, if I went to McDonald's, got a medium-sized fish sandwich meal. I can't eat all the fries, and I don't drink all the drink, unless it's fruit punch. I can keep that around for a while. I can't drink a medium-sized pop. But that's my choice. I know people who are skinny mini who can go in there and eat 3 Big Macs and a large fries and a large drink. I'm like, are you serious? So, but that's my choice. If I get a hamburger, if I get, other than a fish sandwich, if I get anything from McDonald's, I literally get 2 cheeseburgers, small fries, and either a small Coke or a medium high C, or Hawaiian Punch now. Sarah says, I can definitely eat that much if I'm hungry. Woohoo, I can. I'd regret it though, says Lady Witch. I want a bucket of Popeye's chicken. See, I've never eaten more than 2 pieces of chicken from like Kentucky Fried or nothing. I'm just not a chicken person, and that has to be drumsticks. Dead serious. But that's my choice. If somebody who's 600 pounds and they want to go in there and eat all that shit, I've watched my 600-pound life. I could not eat a breakfast that they eat. Oh, hell no. I'm like, okay. I go out to eat, I literally bring half my food home. Every time. It doesn't matter. I literally bring half my food home. I usually eat once to maybe twice a day. I'm good, says Snickerdoodle. Doc says, hello, I've seen those breakfast orders on my 600-pound life. I'm telling you. Me either. Nor could I afford it. Well, hell, even what they fix at home. I'm like, they eat like 12 pancakes, a dozen eggs, 2 packs of bacon. I'm like, I'm doing good if I eat, and I love bacon. I can eat like 7 slices of bacon. To me, that's a lot. And I love bacon. Bacon's like my favorite meat. One of my college roommates called me the take-home queen because I always asked for a container. Hey, I paid for it. Me too. Anna says, couldn't afford that either. Me too. Doc says, I can't eat too much bacon. To watch that makes me want to vomit. Theo says, Yuko Zuna, the wrestler, would eat 6 dozen eggs for breakfast to keep his weight 700 pounds. I'm doing good with 3 eggs. Most of the time, you get 2 eggs and this and that. But 3 eggs if I'm really hungry. If By the time Sarah says, by the time they're like that, someone has to prepare all that food for them and bring it to them. Yeah, that's what I'm not understanding. If they can't walk, why are you feeding them that? But I understand. A lot of them said, well, she or he gets mad, screams, hollers, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, let him scream, holler, and everything else. He died from a heart attack back in the 90s. I can see why. Enablers. Yeah, I watched 600-Pound Life where this guy made his school-age daughter quit school to help take care of him. Now that's abuse. That's neglect. I mean, I'll sit here myself, and I don't drive much, but I'll sit here myself in the middle of the night, and I'm like, man, it would be nice if I had some kind of chocolate. And I don't have no chocolate. And nobody will go get me chocolate. And I might go a week without chocolate. I mean, you know, I don't sit there and throw a fuss or nothing like that. You just go without. I mean, you know. Sarah said, the first time I saw Honey Boo Boo, I was channel surfing and thought it was a show about people pursuing bariatric surgery. Oh my god. I couldn't have that kind of shit in my cupboard. I don't. I really don't. And then they showed a newborn piglet defecating on the kitchen table. Ooh. And realized what it was and changed the channel. Ew. Ew. I'd throw the table out. Ew. That is so gross. Nasty. They just slob. Ooh. I love my chocolate too, but no car. I'll wait till next day and hope school kids bring some. There's this. That show was gross. No kidding. Snicker says, when I was younger, I could eat, but that's how I ended up being a diabetic. Guess what you do when you're. Guess what you do when you're younger catches up with you when you're older. Huh? Doc says, I saw this one family by the ton when this lady's wife came back from McDonald's and she forgot to order the 6th egg McMuffin she wanted and she threw a huge fit. Are you serious? Oh my god. How many here can eat two egg McMuffins? Yeah, we had a guy here a few years ago who spent years sitting on his toilet. His daughter took care of him. He ate, slept, and lived there on his toilet till the day he died. Are you serious? Doc says she made her go back. No way. Tio said that was in Michigan. Anna says, nope. There's a Tio. That is just bizarre. Tell me about it. Oh. I would not feed him on the toilet. I'd be like, you can get off. Now I could eat 2 hash browns. So can I. So can I. I usually get the sausage and cheese McMuffin. It's very rare I get an egg put on it. Doc, I'll laugh my ass off fed on the toilet. Yeah, I'm not feeding you on the toilet. You get your ass off. Yeah, they had to remove the outer wall to get his Body out. Oh my god. That is sad. That is sad. And it says, rare I get to eat out, but like them too. Hell, you can't afford to eat out anymore. One of the last things my dad did, says Sarah, before he retired from the fire department was help carry a 500-pound dead guy down 4 flights of stairs. Oh my god. Theo said the dude on the toilet was about 1,000 pounds. That's a half a ton. Sarah says, luckily, he lived with someone and they called right away when he died. Oof. Anna said, that's one dysfunctional family to let anyone live on a toilet. Tell me about it. That's just asinine. That is crazy. That's just something that that is weird. Um, you know, that half a ton, that's 1,000 pounds. A ton is 2,000. That's a lot. The outer wall had to be removed. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. But I've seen that on 600 Pound Life where walls had to be removed and stuff. That's not as bad as the people who sit on a couch or in a recliner and just stay there, says Sarah. Yeah, I mean, don't they get up to go to the bathroom, shower, that kind of stuff? Do dishes, something? Theo says enablers, you know what they say. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Yeah. Who would let a loved one live like that? Not me. Sarah went, nope, they don't. Jeez. Anna says, with COVID, people in this house lucky they don't get their butts lysoled before they get out of the bathroom. Oh. Sarah says, even the worst nursing home is better than that. Tell me about it. Wow. I could not let a little one live like that. I'd be like, now I'm going to be honest with you. I have been so tired. I've went to the toilet and I have been so tired. I have fallen asleep on the toilet. Dead serious. Usually you hear my head hit the wall. Dunk. um, I have done that. Um, and I've done it when in my drunk years too. Just dunk. Les, have you heard of Eastgate Mall? Um, down towards Cincinnati. If you're going towards Cincinnati from here, isn't it on the? Is it on the left? Like past Scioto Downs? Theo says, guilty here. I've done that. So I'm not alone, Doc says, I saw one guy where they had to use this intricate counterbalance chain and rope system to get him to stand up. Wow. Anna says, it's closing down. Never thought that would happen. She said, "Yeah, yeah." Then I've been past it. Never been in it. Damn. Well, people aren't really doing mall things anymore. People are doing it online. Doc says, I've only ever once fallen asleep in the bathroom, and that was years ago when I got the flu really bad and was just so tired. Yeah. Go on a 2-day bender. Malls are so 80s. I miss them. Our little mall here is still kicking, although Sears went out. Sears went out everywhere. I never thought Sears would ever go out of business. Never. I figured Penny's would before Sears. I did that, Doc, but my head was on the seat. Let's see. Where are we at now? I'm checking on. I wish Alaska would just. I wish they would just take Alaska off there. Because that's just ridiculous. Okay. Arizona's still about the same. 68,000 difference. Georgia. Biden is just ahead in Nevada. Closing in. Biden's closing in Pennsylvania. So, both companies made really bad business decisions. Yeah, they really did. They needed me to be their buyer. They got some stupid ass clothes in there. This is about drive me bonkers, says Snicker. Anna said, yes, they did, Sarah. Doc says, what I want to know is how did CNN give Trump more credit than Fox with the leads? I don't know. I don't watch either one of them. Theo says, longest election ever. No. Back in 2000 was a long one. Thing is, when J.C. Penney founded the company, he was a devout Christian, and while they always been secular, he ran it on Christian principles like honesty and fairness. Elizabeth Timmons, hello. He hired and paid women and non-whites on an equal basis with white men, and also did not discriminate against Jews or Catholics who faced a lot of prejudice back then. TO 2000 was worse. Yeah, we got my school that I went to, Blessed Sacrament, when I was in grade school. The one side of it went along Penny Avenue, and then you had the Penny Mansion. The guy who started J.C. Penney, they had the Penny Mansion on that road, on that street. Wasn't that the Bush Gore election? Yup. Elizabeth asks, how are you today? I'm good, Elizabeth. How are you? He was from your area? I don't know if he was actually from it, but I know he had a house here. And it's still there. But it's the Penny Mansion, and the street is called Penny Avenue. And that goes up one side of the school. You had two roads because the school was a corner, and the one on the side. I ought to go take a video of it and show you. Elizabeth doing good too. He says, "Oh, I remember that now." Florida. Yeah, that took until the first week of December to figure out who won the election. And they stopped counting because of the Republicans um, were doing similar things to what's happening now. Banging on the doors, causing a ruckus, wanting to riot, all that. And so they just quit counting and gave it to Bush. He thugged his way to the presidency. I've always said that. I said that back then. I say it now. Jeb Bush was a train wreck. Yeah, he was. Good old Jeb. The one thing I liked about Bush Jr. was that I liked his wife. I don't know why, but I just liked her. Didn't like his kids, but I liked her. That's what I liked about Bush the second. I usually don't leave your broadcasts early, but I have some errands to run, so I'm going to take off. Have a great day, everyone. Sarah, you have a great day. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it, Sarah. Anna says, "Oh yes, she was one strong lady." Oh, Anna liked her too. Bush Jr. didn't run the country. That was Dick Cheney. Anna says, "Sarah, take care, hon." Now, Dick Cheney, he was an asshole from hell. He shoots someone else in the face, and they apologize to him for causing him grief. I'd be like, asshole, you're paying all my medical bills and then pain and suffering. I own you now. And all your oil. Anna says, quietly strong. Yes, she was. But Dick Cheney was an asshole. Thank you, Liz. That was nuts. That's hilarious. Now, I hope that when I'm angry with my sister and I talk her into going duck hunting and I shoot her in the face, she apologizes to me for aggravating me. She ain't gonna apologize. She's gonna turn around and shoot my ass. Dick Cheney was as corrupt as they come. Oh, tell me about it. He made a lot of money during that time. A lot of money. Lots and lots of dough. Lots of money. And he looked funny too. He looked weird with that nose. I wonder if he had a nose job. Doc says, if I accidentally ran over someone's foot at Walmart with a cart, I'd sue them for emotional damage and causing me hysterical pregnancy for the shocker. Oh my god. I was wondering if I was reading that right. Oh my god. How conceited do you have to be? I'd be like, yo, dude, I am so sorry. Oh my god. Get him an ambulance. I'll pay the bill. They're like, damn, Skippy, you're going to pay the bill? Tio says Dick headed the CIA for a long time. He was a greasy scumbag. Yeah. They needed to oust him. At least Bush Jr. I could handle. Cheney, I don't even know what the hell he was even there for. They used to say that if you're a vice president, you pretty much will do your political career in. Pretty much. And I got to thinking back, looking back, and looking back, and I'm like, where's Dan Quayle today? Where's Dick Cheney today? Well, we know where Biden's at. I don't even know who Clinton's vice president was. Does anybody remember? I don't remember for the life of me. Do not remember who Clinton's vice president. I have no idea. I've been racking my brain. Does anybody know who Al Gore was Clinton's VP? Oh, okay. Yeah, he just does the climate control. I don't remember it all either till I looked it up. And it went, oh, good grief. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even remember who these were. Just, oh my god. That's pretty sad. Um, now I remember Reagan's vice president because he became the next president. But I think he only served one term, didn't he? I think he only served one term. In reality, Hillary was Bill's VP. You know who, and y'all can argue with me if you want. One of my favorite first wives, but throughout history, one of my favorites has been Eleanor Roosevelt. She did a lot for this country and for the United Nations. I really admire Eleanor Roosevelt. My mom, of course, couldn't stand her. She's like, I can't stand her. See, my mom and I are on separate, opposite ends of the pole when it comes to political stuff. But Theo says, I liked Nancy Reagan. That woman had a spine. She took no shit. I didn't care much for Nancy. Yes, she did. She had to put up with so much too. Yeah. But she was considered the um first lady to ever do politics. So she helped advise FDR. And she's like, this is what's going on in your country. Who served, by the way, who was elected, by the way, 4 times. I think he only made it a few months into his fourth term when Truman took over. I think he died. But he was elected 4 times, and I think that was the one and only and last time it's ever happened. After Ron was shot, she really stepped up. There's no doubt Nancy loved her husband. There's no doubt whatsoever. I always found it amazing how much Nancy Reagan and Jane Wyman looked alike. I'm like, Ron certainly has a type. He loved her, she loved him. But Eleanor, I think, was a great first lady. We could use her now. We really could. I remember Ron Reagan when he first ran for president. He looked so young then. And he got along great with Margaret Thatcher. Those two need to be around. If Ronald Reagan was running, I'd vote for him in a heartbeat. I voted for him his second term. And he was the first president I voted for. And I love Margaret Thatcher. True lady, too. Yeah, Eleanor was. I think that's who you're talking about. Theo says the office has a way of aging them quick. Yeah, have you noticed that? Except for Trump, he still looks the same. And Nancy. Yeah, Nancy. Yeah. But yeah, the presidents, oh my god, they age tremendously. I don't know how FDR did it. Going 4 terms. And like I said, he died months after he was into his 4th term. But God, to go through wars and stuff like that. Hair dye and tanning lotion helps Trump, I think, says Anna. Lady Witch said Trump is covered in paint. It's hard to tell. Anna said he's a bit vain. Yes, he is. Like, we don't know he's in his 70s. I've seen him dance. Some men just age better and easier. Theo says, spread that speckle. Oh. I think that, yeah, I think there's a issue with Trump. Anna says, not trying to start nothing, gang. Oh, please. If you don't want to say it, I'll say it. For real. Real, for real. I think that, no, your skin can only take so much. Oh, God. And of course, Mike Pence still looks the same. He really does. He's just an odd character. But yeah, I give him credit for sticking to his Christian roots, you know. I give him credit for that. I don't blame him. He don't want nothing said. He doesn't want anything started. You know, he won't drink an alcoholic drink unless his wife is there. He won't sit in a room, or stand in a room, or have dinner with another woman without his wife there. Um, I don't blame him. I gave him kudos for that. Kudos, kudos, kudos. Mike Pence reminds me of Otto on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Oh, yeah, he does, doesn't he? That's why it's funny. He's too much. Pence too much of a yes man, but know what you mean. Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm just talking about his why I respect him for his beliefs and stuff. I really do. Can't say that about the Prez. But yeah, there's nothing. They can't find shit on Pence, and I don't think they ever will. Um, but I think Pence is a good-looking guy, though. I really do. I think he's a good-looking guy. I don't agree with some of his ideologies. Um, if Pence was ever president, he'd set back women's right another 50 years. We'd be in pioneer days. In the bathrooms, instead of having pads and tampons, they'd have chastity belts. Not allowed to vote. Not allowed to go out of the house. Worry about your luck. He isn't bad, just like little bit of bad boy type. he would send. They're already sending back, wanting to send back women's rights 50, 60 years. And I was talking to my mom about it. She says, I haven't heard a thing about it. I'm like, Mom, you really need to pay more attention to what's going on. For real, for real. Ever notice Mike has 0 age wrinkles? I think that's because he uses preparation H. I do. He uses it on his face. Gosh, too old. Gosh, too old. Look for that type. um. Yeah, I think Mike. Yeah, he doesn't let anything bother him. He's in bed by 9 o'clock, drinking his warm milk, eating cookies or fig Newtons, reading a paper, talking to mother. He's asleep in his twin bed. She's asleep in her twin bed. I think it's hilarious. So, he looks like the type. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does. Okay. Wow. Joe Biden is creeping up again in Pennsylvania. I'm just checking the numbers here. He's still got a small lead in Arizona. Still about the same in Georgia. Got a small lead in Nevada. Still the same in North Carolina. And he's crept up in Pennsylvania. Anna said, talk about two opposites. Good grief. Oh, see, it'd do me no good to be married to no guy. It wouldn't do me any good. This election proves how divided the country really is. Well, I think this proves the I think this proves that with as close as it is, I believe your vote counts. Because it's coming down to literally tens of thousands of votes. So it's still too early to call. Still too early to call. Anything can happen now. By the time they get done counting, anything could happen. Anything. I mean, Trump can come because it's close enough. Trump could actually take Arizona. He could actually take it. Yeah, it says 2021 should be interesting. I'm so happy 2020 is at a close. Worst year ever. Yeah, it's one of them. I'll be honest with you, I agree. 2020 is one of the worst years ever. I agree with that. And I'm not even thinking politically. I'm just thinking about just the year of everything that's going on. Anna says, I pray it does. What scares me, the revenge Trump take out on states went for Biden if Trump wins. Well, that's why the down ballot is extremely important. Your senators, your House of Reps, your local lawmakers. That's why that's important. And Trump is that type to exact revenge. He is. He is. Theo says, bad year for me. I lost my brother and nephew in a motorcycle accident August 1st. Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry about that. My condolences to your family. That is so sad to hear. Hmm. Hmm. Well, it's 3:30. I'm going to go ahead and go. If anything exciting happens, I'll be on tonight. I hope everyone has a good day. Thank you all for coming in, participating. Our no helmet law here in Michigan needs overturned. I wear a helmet anyway. I do. But I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you everybody for participating, and I hope everybody has a great day and a great night. And like I said, if something exciting happens, I'll be on later. And that's about it. We'll talk later.